Little by little, the wool becomes a carpet. You can close the city gates, but you can't close a person's mouth. Death is a camel that lies down at every door. He who wants a rose must beware of the thorn. Bravery without foresight is like a blind horse. Thinking is the essence of wisdom. With a sweet tongue and kindness, you can drag an elephant by a hair. The arrow that has left the bow never returns. Trust in God, but tie your camel tightly. Necessity changes a lion into a fox. You can't pick up 2 melons with one hand. Experience is a comb that nature gives to men when they are bald. A pleasant voice brings a snake out of its hole. Look in the sky, not in the pond, to find the moon. The way a house is decorated reveals much about its owner. A stone thrown at the right time might be better than gold given at the wrong time. God gives to us according to the measure of our hearts. The world is a rose. Smell it and pass it on to your friends. Do not use words that are too big for your mouth. Listening to good advice is the path to wealth. Treat your superior as a father, your equal as a brother, and your inferior as a son. Don't despise pepper because it's small. Eat and see how pungent it is. One scabby goat infects the flock. A sword in the hands of a drunken slave is less dangerous than science in the hands of an immoral man. Thinking well is wise, planning well is wiser, but doing well is the wisest and best of all. When a cat wants to eat her kittens, she says they look like mice. When the snake is old, the frog will tease him. If you enter the city of the blind, cover your eyes. When its time has come, the prey goes to the hunter. The hand that gives is also the hand that receives. An ungrateful son is a wart on his father's nose. He leaves it alone, and it's ugly. He removes it, and it hurts. 4 walls make a man free. In the hour of adversity, be not without hope. To an ant, a few drops of dew are a flood. The eyes can do 1,000 things that the fingers can't. The larger a man's roof, the more snow it collects. Take care, lest your tongue cut off your head. Friendship with a fool may turn into a hug from a bear. The best instruction is to practice what you preach. Maturity comes from wisdom, not just the passing of years. Doubt is the key to knowledge. Water, long stagnant, becomes putrid. You can't squeeze blood from a rock. A diamond fallen into a dunghill is no less precious. Never open a door that you can't lock again. The big drum only sounds well from a distance. If you tell the truth too early, you are laughed at. Too late, and you are stoned. A blind man who sees is better than a sighted man who is blind. The best memory forgets nothing but injuries. While yearning for excess, we lose necessities. Fear those who do not fear God. Life is like perpetual drunkenness. The pleasure passes, but the headache remains. The pleasure of finding something is worth more than what you find. He who doesn't go to war roars like a lion. Every man goes to his death carrying only what he has given away. Solved riddles look easy. Luck favors the efficient. When a man finds a woman attractive, he may stick out his gut, flex his muscles, and take postures that make him appear taller and stronger. A timely tear is better than a misplaced smile. In this world, generous people have no money, and those with money are not generous. A greedy man is always poor. One sin is too many, and 100 prayers are not enough. You cannot hang everything on one nail. The guard's sleep is the lamplight of the thief. Bribery makes both parties happy. Write kindness in marble, write injuries in dust. The earth is a host who kills his guests. The night hides a world, but reveals a universe. Do not cut down the tree that gives you shade. Habits are first cobwebs, then cables. Drawn wells have the sweetest water. That smells bad, said the cat about meat it cannot reach. A wise man who does not put his knowledge into practice is like a bee that gives no honey. 1 pound of learning may require an army of common sense to apply. There are 3 things that must be done quickly: burying the dead, opening the door for a stranger, and fixing your daughter's wedding. Use your enemy's hand to catch a snake. An arrow can be pulled out of a wound, but a hurtful word stays forever in the heart. When you are truly thirsty, you don't desire 1,000 pearls. Never marry a woman who has bigger feet than you. The loveliest faces are seen by moonlight, when one sees half with the eye and half with the imagination. A real grave is not in the ground, but in men's hearts. You don't put a wooden pot on the fire twice. Gold bears more gold. When a guy really likes a girl, he can't help but tell his friends about her. A beggar will always be a beggar, even if you give him the whole world. There are 3 kinds of enemies: your enemy himself, the friend of your enemy, and the enemy of your friend. Heaven is at the feet of mothers. Debts are like women. Once you have them, you can't get rid of them. Once a friend, always a friend. You can't escape death and guests. He whose heart is stirred by love will never die. The needle makes clothes but stays naked.